Be sure to cook. Welcome back to Be Sure to Cook. Today, we're going to be baking up something delicious. Deluxe chocolate chip cake. So, stay tuned and let's do this. Our ingredients today that we're going to be using is 5 eggs, cream cheese, semi-sweet chocolate chips, condensed milk, walnuts, a yellow cake mix, vanilla, coconut flakes, powdered sugar. So, let's do this. Okay, we're gonna start by making our mix. Now in our mix, we got 2 different mixes. We got a cake mix and we got another sweet mix that we put inside that cake mix. So, right now we're gonna be using 2 of these 5 eggs, of 5 eggs that I have. So we're gonna crack these into a bowl to make sure they look good. They don't have any blood spots or, looking good. And they look pretty good. So we're gonna crack the eggs. We're gonna set these to the side. Okay, we're gonna start by opening up cream cheese. Now before you do this cream cheese, what I want you to do when you start, set this out an hour or 2 room temperature. So you want to set this out way before you start. You don't want to do this cold. So this has been sitting out for an hour or so, and it's nice and soft in room temperature, so you can work with it. I'm going to open this whole thing up, and this is just like, I think it's an 8 ounce, and I'm going to stick this in here in a bowl. And I'm greedy, so I got to scrape out every little thing. So if you were like on the street or something and was going through a garbage can, you would hate me. So don't come to my house because there wouldn't be anything left for you to get. So there you go, that's cream cheese. And what I'm going to do with this cream cheese, I'm going to beat this until very smooth. Then I'm going to add 2 whole tablespoons of powdered sugar inside my cream cheese. Because this dish is very, very sweet, and it is not light at all. So I'm adding 2 tablespoons of powdered sugar to cream cheese, and I'm going to beat it. Now I'm going to drop 1 egg at a time until all this is over, and I'm going to combine 1 egg slowly into my cream cheese until it's incorporated. Then I'm going to add the second egg in there. Great. Then I'm going to open up my condensed milk, and I'm going to put 1 whole can of condensed milk. My hand got stuck in the little hole. 1 whole can. I get everything off the top and all. 1 whole can of condensed milk I'm going to pour inside here, making sure I get all of it, because you always get the good stuff at the bottom. Most people just pour and then throw this away, but they're leaving all that good milk and all that good flavor at the bottom, and I get it all out. So it's going to be a minute. Okay, then I'm going to mix this condensed milk up with the cream cheese and stuff. I'm going to mix it up. See, it's becoming a nice, but I want to beat this cream cheese up really good. 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla. Flavor. Okay, I'm putting 1/3 cup of shredded coconut. This is real coconut. You can use any kind of coconut you want. I love coconut. So I'm doing 1/3. If you like coconut, you can do a little bit more if you want. I'm putting 1/3 cup in. Okay. And now I'm going to take it out my mixer, and I'm no longer going to beat because it's already been beaten up. I'm just going to take my spatula and I'm just going to whip it in here. You know, just kind of stir it in. Then I'm putting a cup of chocolate chips. Now don't forget, this is semi-sweet chocolate chips. Then I'm just going to mix this all around. Okay, you can either put a cup or you can use a whole small bag of chocolate chips morsel. Put as much as you want in there. But just to measure it, if you don't like, you know, do your cup. If you're making a whole big cake like I am, you might want to go ahead and use that bag. You know, a normal size bag if you want. Okay, that's not all. Let's finish. Okay, I'm pouring some. Now, we're using walnuts. And I'm going to take my knife on the walnuts because these are pretty big nuts. And I'm going to chop these down. Take your knife, you know, just chop them down. You know, because you want everybody to get a little bit of nut. So if you're getting big pieces like me, just chop these nuts down. And you want pretty much a lot of nuts if to go in here. So we're going to say about a cup of walnuts and then chop them down. Because if you're doing a whole cake, you want to do that. And this is about a cup of nuts that I rough chop. You don't want them too big. You don't want them too small. You want them, you know, at least about, you know, a little medium size maybe. Okay, I'm going to put about 1/3 of chopped nuts in there. So I chopped the nuts up, got them nice and great size, small size, and that's about 1/3 cup of nuts that I'm just gonna mix all together in here. Make sure you get those nuts equally into your mix. All right, don't forget, those are walnuts. All right, we put this mix to the side and let's make our cake. Okay, I'm just using the ingredients off the back of the cake mix. 1/3 cup of oil, 3 eggs, a cup of water, and your cake mix. So what I do usually, I just beat up all my ingredients, all my wet ingredients, and then I just add in my dry. Okay, after I beat up my wet ingredients, I'm gonna start adding in my dry on a slow. I add half. And I start to mix it in, combining that, then adding the rest. Then I'm adding in the other half, beating on slow until I get everything incorporated. Then I'm going to speed it up till it's well mixed, and then we're going to put all this together. Okay, I'm spraying my pan. I happen to like to use glass, but you can use any pan you want. In this kind of cake, you want to use a pan kind of like this. You want to use a flat pan, you know, big pan, because it's a lot of ingredients. Now that I mixed up my cake, I sprayed my pan with nonstick spray. You can use butter, baking spray, whatever. And we're going to stick the cake mix in. Okay. Now I'm pouring my cake into this pan. I am greedy. I'm getting all of this in here. Make sure you shake your cake and try to get it as even as possible. Okay, this has been sitting. All the nuts that came up to the top. So we're gonna make sure we do a couple more mixes with this mix that we made. Now guys, this is it. We're gonna pour this mix right over this cake, making sure we get all evenly with all of this, the sides and everything. You want to make sure you try to get in all of the cake. the edges and everything if you can. But you want to spread this around because this mixture is, guess what? It is going to come up to the top, and some of it's going to fall down and some of it's going to come to the top, making it like a swirl. Okay, you want to get as much of this coconut and everything all around. Okay, make sure you try to get whatever's left. Make sure you try to get all of the edges and everything. Make sure you try to get it in every little corner so everybody can get a little bit of this. Okay. This is going to be a wonderful deluxe chocolate chip cake. So you put this in 350 degrees, and it depends on your oven. If your oven cooks really hard and really fast, put it on 325, or follow the cake instructions on the back of the box of the cake that you use. Just follow the instruction on the degrees. Put that in there and let that cook. Make sure you check it, because when you stick your toothpick in there, you want a little bit of, you're gonna get a little bit of wetness, because that's the chocolate chips and all this good stuff in there. So let me show you what it's gonna look like. Let's put this in the oven. Okay, this cake just came out of the oven. And now we take some powdered sugar that I got. And I'm gonna put this in my sifter. And I'm just gonna sprinkle just a little powdered sugar right out of the oven on top of this beautiful cake, making it snow. There you go. Ooh, that's hot. Ooh, ooh. Oh, want to get the sugar off the sides, but it is hot, guys. And there you go when you make it snow. And that's our wonderful chocolate chip cake. We're gonna let this cool down, and we're gonna cut a slice, and we're gonna see how delicious it looks. Okay, this cake cooled down, and usually this cake I make through the holidays. This is a special family cake that we make only during holidays. So this is cooled off there, and I'm only cutting a corner piece, and look at all that chocolate, and that's inside, and that's what it looks like. And this is that wonderful cake that we had made. Look at that, chocolate chips and all kind of goodies at the bottom. It's a delicious cake. Hey, guess what, guys? I didn't do this alone. We did this together, you and me. We made this. Hey guys, I want to thank you all for joining us today on our show, Making Great Dishes, and I hope you all come back so we can make even more great dishes. I hope you like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Hey, hit me up. See whatever you want me to make. If you want me to make anything, write me on Facebook, YouTube, however you can reach me, and let's do it. Love you all, guys. See you next time. Bye.